Subject is Apple TV. It hasn't been out for very long, and it's sort of being declared maybe a fizzle by at least the San Jose Mercury News. What do we make of that?
I think it's always interesting when sort of the leading newspaper in Silicon Valley sort of trashes a godlike product, which is, you know, what Apple TV is given to us by, you know, the great Yeti Stephen Jobs. But, you know, there's been kind of, you know, there's been a number of little small lines of information coming out, different reports online that, you know, sales haven't gone that rapidly. They go into Apple stores, some of that feedback. At the big digital conference that the Wall Street Journal guys put together a couple of weeks ago, Steve Jobs referred to it as a hobby, as like, well, maybe if it doesn't work, no big deal. You know, they did a YouTube deal maybe to try to generate some more excitement. And then when the, you know, the Mercury News comes out and says, geez, I'm not sure this thing is going to fly 3 weeks before the iPhone comes out, it could be an indication. I mean, I think that cost them $10,000 in sales, because people are going to look at this and say, well, why should I get a product that even the Mercury News doesn't think is going to fly?
Let's talk about it from two vantage points. Technologically, or in terms of video delivery, is it good, bad? What's your take?
Well, it's not. It's really not going to be delivering, first of all, a video to your lovely TV set that's going to be HD quality. Steve Jobs has made a big noise about the fact that he wants these particular video files that are available on iTunes and now on YouTube to be the same files that you can download to your iPod. There is an offset to that. You have to try and balance then the load that you have. Sending it onto a wireless device takes up room, it takes up processing power to be able to field it. So you really have to kind of thread the needle in between the quality of the video and the support that you need to do it. So when they're putting together the iPod stuff, and they're trying to send it over to this Apple TV, it's not going to be in as good a quality as your HD DVR or as your HD, you know, DVD that you want to be able to watch it on. And what's the point if you're going to put it on your TV set?
Here's another, call me old-fashioned, but here's just a thought. I've followed the digital media adapter category at large for 3 or 4 years. There have been products on the shelf for a long time that essentially do what Apple TV does. They don't look as cool and they don't bear the moniker. It's never been a big category. It's almost been a blip of a category. So are we really surprised that Apple TV's entry into this market hasn't rocketed or inspired a great deal of market interest here?
Well, it's true. You've been able to have products that essentially turn your television set into your computer monitor. It's just a big old cord, or in some cases now a wireless
kind of
connection.
Networking interface, and they work.
It'll go in, yeah. And
they do work.
Yeah, yeah.
We live far enough away from Silicon Valley that we don't drink the Kool-Aid every day. So, I mean, we may be too close to some subjects, but other subjects we're just far enough away from that we can see clearly now. And you just always wondered, I mean, a lot of different things, the technology, the content that's out there. You know, will this be a mainstream versus a substream product? It doesn't even look like it's broken into the substream yet.
I guess that's my question. And if you're a telecommunications provider, you have a lot of things to think about and worry about competitively. I'm not sure this one is worth a lot of attention at this point in time.
Well, particularly since the content right now is going to be confined to the iTunes video content and the YouTube content. That's still not going to stand up against a full lineup of satellite or cable TV. Television.
The problem in business is when you have a runaway hit like iPod and iTunes, people will always say, well, what do you got next? And if you don't measure up to that vast sort of success, this is what happens.
And it's really not fixing a problem. That's the other issue that you get with these kinds of products, is that to make them really sail with the consumers, they have to fix a problem or offer something new, and this really doesn't do that.
But I will say that if tangential to that, if you look at the iTunes TV store, there's a lot of highly watched primetime television programming up there for sale that's not on a cable VOD platform. If you missed a show, you forgot to DVR it, you don't have a DVR, you want to see it, you can go there, download that show, and there's a lot more content there than it is on the cable VOD. They're trying to catch up with that, but I think that's the biggest gap I see today that I think MSOs should still be thinking about.
Very good. Thank you.